Hi everybody, I'm Chris, and today I'm going to share with you the technique I use to reproduce missing pieces from jigsaw puzzles. So here is a view of the missing puzzle piece right in the center of that little bluebird. So in order to reproduce that part, or that piece, I'm going to be using cardboard of different thicknesses. I'm going to laminate those together using a spray adhesive, but you could also use some wood glue or other types of adhesive. So here is a lamination of cardboard that's the right thickness. It's one that I prepared before. One thing that I like to try to do is match the texture of the original puzzle. So this one has a semi-gloss finish, I would say, and it's slightly textured in kind of a matting. So instead of using the shiny side of the cardboard here, I'm going to use the more matte textured one, and that will work much better with the coloring pencils that I'm going to use to reproduce that image. So first of all, we want to transfer our perimeter pieces out here, and I'll grab a suitable location on the cardboard, and I'm going to use a 0.5 millimeter mechanical pencil. You can use different pencils, of course. You can sharpen a regular HB wood pencil, but I find this works really well for tracing a crisp line. There is a closer view of the outline so that you can see what we're working with at the start. Now, to make this easier to manipulate, I'm going to cut around the puzzle piece just so I have a smaller piece to work with, like that. I'm going to grab my fret saw, and I'm going to start to cut out the shape. So now that it's cut out, we can just lift it out, and we have a brand new little piece with ragged edges. And I will show you how to fix those next. So here's the freshly cut out piece with ragged edges, and as a sanity check, it can be helpful just to see that it fits properly. It's not perfect. It's a little bit tight in some spaces. I'll show you how to deal with that after we finish gluing the edges. So to stick those frayed edges together and make them less likely to delaminate, I'm going to take some of the CA glue and apply it to the edges. And I like to use these small CA glue containers because I find the large ones dry up before I get through them. A pair of tweezers like these can be very helpful in holding a small part like this while you glue it. Now that literally took about 30 seconds in the hairdryer warm air stream for it to solidify, and the edges are nice and crisp now. There's all these little rattly things that the glue has taken the shape of. So to fix that up, I'm going to rub it first on a little bit of sandpaper to flatten it out, both sides. That's good. And now to fix up the edges, I'm going to grab these little needle files, but you can easily use some folded sandpaper or even an emery board to fix those edges up. Now that the edges are sanded, I can do a final test fit to make sure it fits the way I want it, and we'll look at the reference photo on the cover of the puzzle box to figure out how we're going to color this in. So here is the design where our puzzle piece comes from. The bird pointing at the bee right there, and shuffle that over a little bit. So that is the design that we're going to want to reproduce. We need some blue, we need some green, we need some yellow, and probably a little bit of black to get that right. So I've pulled out the coloring pencil colors that I think will be most helpful, and I'm just going to get to it now. So that is the completed puzzle piece. That's about as close as I'm going to get in this attempt. And you can see from the original right next to it over here that it should do a good job of completing this puzzle. So I hope I've convinced you that it's not too difficult to reproduce a missing puzzle piece. If you found this video useful, give it a like. It'll encourage me to produce more of this type of content in the future. Thank you for watching.